is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie for your... I was about to say Friday, guys. It's Thursday and it's the end of the week.
I know.
Loser. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. I feel like a...
No, don't speak about yourself like that.
A douchebag.
You're certainly not a douchebag.
I'm so sorry. I've completely stuffed this show.
He's not. Don't call him names.
I'm handing in my resignation.
Oh, my God.
I'm so sorry. See you later, guys.
Finally.
He's gone. See you, mate. Have a good one. Oh. He's done a walkout.
Well, now that he's gone, I've got a great...
Never believed in me. Never believed in me.
He's upset. See you, mate.
I got a great story.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Keep walking,
I'm not
buddy.
talking about you, and you don't need to know about this. Today on the podcast, I'm going to tell you which professions are more likely to cheat.
2 weeks. 2 weeks and I'm out.
We don't care, mate.
See ya. Bye. Have a good life.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fair bit going on with P Diddy at the moment. Puff Daddy, Sean Combs.
It really
David.
I don't think it's
Mensa.
David. I don't think it's Dave.
His real name, I think.
I don't like it when this sort of things happen because you can't listen to the music the same anymore.
No.
You know, it was almost like when these Michael Jackson accusations came out. I love Michael Jackson. It changed the music for me. I reckon this is a great song. It's changed the song for me.
Well, I don't know. They've finally tracked P Diddy down. He's denying it all, obviously.
Because they had footage the other day on the day of the arrest of the two kids when they raided the homes. The home in LA and also Malibu. He was at the airport sort of wandering aimlessly, I think, in Miami. And it was kind of weird to see him just in the car park, literally walking in circles.
Diddy's team said it's a witch hunt. And look, we all know that P Diddy has made a lot of money over the years. And in the 90s, oh my gosh, and the noughties... Like, when you hear about the parties at Diddy's house and stuff like that, I dare say that there would have been some ridiculous stuff going on, but...
He was sort of the first billionaire rapper, wasn't he?
Well, the thing that we have to... If he's taking advantage of people at those parties, he's in a fair bit of trouble.
Yep.
Right? So this is where he's obviously quite nervous at the moment. Usher is close to P Diddy. Usher, I've tracked down this audio. Mm-hmm. In 2016, Usher went on Howard Stern's show. And Usher was a superstar from a very young age. He's spoken about how he went and lived with Diddy at the age of 13.
Oh, God.
How do your parents even let you do that?
It's P Diddy, man.
Have a listen to what Usher had to say.
I moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. Uh-huh. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Uh-huh.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like a
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See, this is the thing. I mean, for a 13, 14-year-old, there's also another video that's just come out. He had Justin Bieber for 48 hours.
Yeah, Bieber was 15, I think. We've got a grab of that as well.
I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. And we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
I mean, no doubt a young bloke would get an education at a celebrity's house. That doesn't mean that equals crime. And the alleged crimes that have been put forward and what we're learning more this week are a lot more serious than what we're hearing here.
Trying to think back when you're 13, you're in year 8. You're in year 8, aren't you?
Yeah, you're going to go to Puffyland?
Yep. Oh, my
That
gosh.
guy's got an invite to Puffyland.
Imagine sending your kid off at the age of 13, 14 for a year to go live with P Diddy.
Who's this Diddy guy? Imagine that. So where's this Puffyland? In New York. So you're going to leave the family to live with this celebrity famous for orgies.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Cheaters.
Do you know, I don't know if this is just me, and I know I can overthink.
Oh, my God, just a bit. Hello.
I sometimes go into the weekend or even come out of the weekend and think about people whose relationships have broken down over the week.
I sometimes think about that
Do you really?
I really do. I think I'm very
Does it make
empathetic, and I feel things for other people. It doesn't mean I need to fix their problems, but I'm always thinking things like, on a Sunday morning, I'm not even joking, I will wake up and I'm making a cup of tea and I'll think, someone would have been busted for cheating last night.
Oh. Do you know what that
I
means?
do that kind of stuff.
This is a weird question, but does it make you feel better about yourself?
No, it doesn't.
It
doesn't. No, it actually doesn't. It makes me think, oh no, I wonder where those people are today. What are they going through?
Yeah.
Even like on a day like today, my head driving home from work will be somebody's heading into the Easter weekend. They think they're going to have a nice time, but you know what? By Saturday afternoon, they would have found cheating messages on their partner's phone and their marriage is over and the kids are going to be sad.
A florist does a roaring trade on a Monday.
Do they?
Yeah, and that's full of I'm sorries.
Flowers don't fix things.
Yes, they can.
And how much are they worth?
Well, if you
Usually
go the
around
normal
about-
bunch, the tulips are coming into the season, about $45.
Hydrangeas fix everything.
Don't they?
I have to say they are beautiful, especially the fancy colours. Maybe a maroon at this time of year.
Perfect. Around November, head for your peonies.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Yeah, how do you say it? Is that right?
Peony. I say peonies because it makes
Peonies.
like love.
Yeah, maybe the people should be putting their peonies away.
Exactly.
You've been popping your peonies in the wrong vase.
On that note, Fitzy, I have a... that was a good one.
I did it first.
Oh, you know, oh, did you?
Well, he started it and I finished it. That's called 13 years of radio.
I'm just so used to you guys saying the same jokes and one of you trying to claim them. Okay, a divorce lawyer, she has come out. She says that she's always asked, oh, my goodness, you must deal with a lot of cheating. Who tops the list? Like, as far as occupations go, maybe more opportunity or more inclined to cheat.
It's got to be a occupation in power, isn't it? So you would think, obviously, lawyers and real estate agents on the list. Can we have a guess, Kate?
Well, yeah, you can. Who do you think might come in at number one?
I would say someone in high position, CEOs.
Oh, a CEO. What about you, Whip?
Tradies.
Tradies. And Tommy, I want one from you as well.
Oh, just radio hosts mainly, guys.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Well, I would have thought people in positions of power as well, but the list does not indicate that. Ooh. She calls these people her frequent flyers because I guess they're flying the coop or the nest, and fancy that coming in at number 5 are pilots and flight attendants.
Look out, because they're
You
always
watch out,
travelling.
Fitz.
They have stopovers, don't they?
Yeah, they're away a lot. So they may not have a powerful job, but they have opportunity. Coming in at number 4, men in the military. Soldiers.
Really? Because they're coming home, or maybe they miss ladies when they're part of service?
They're away, but also I think perhaps people are drawn to men in a uniform.
Kate, can I just say something? No, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until you've finished your list.
Are you going to have another guess?
No.
Okay. Number 3, bartenders.
Okay, bartender.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Easy, makes sense.
Yeah, alcohol / late at night / being able to give free drinks.
Number 2.
Imagine the flirting going on with bartenders.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Number 2, police officers. Another person in uniform.
And power.
I guess power,
Yeah.
and they help you.
Yep.
And coming in at number 1, most likely to cheat occupation, very surprising, firefighters.
Okay, now can we just sit back, because we've established something here, haven't we?
Okay.
I'm trying not to use the word shallow, but
you will.
But when you've got a clear 4 out of the 5 men in uniform.
Even pilots have uniforms.
Correct.
But they carry those silly little bags
Those
up and down
funny
the
little
terminal.
bags, aren't they? But-
Everything's so lovely until they've got a little wheelie suitcase.
And they have a little headphone bag. What you've got there, as I've said on the show before, right? Men are attracted to looks. Women are attracted to power. It's as simple as that, and it doesn't vary. So what you've got here is women seeing the uniform as power. And that's why it's not the uniform and the occupation, it's the women hitting on them. It's not the pilot, it's not the military man, it's not the police officer or the male firefighter, it's women hitting on men in uniform.
So you
over
say...
and over and over again.
It's not my fault, honey. It's what I'm wearing to work.
She was all over me.
I couldn't get away.
Mm-hmm.
She ravaged me.
You know what? The firefighters, they don't do themselves any favours by releasing those calendars. That's number one. I agree with you. The pilot uniform is not
Yes, it is, mate.
masculine at all.
Oh,
is
four
it?
stripes with a hat on.
No,
Are
I
you
don't think
serious?
so.
Oh,
But
Kate
they do
Ritchie.
fly that big plane, don't they? And park them in tiny little garages.
Not a Big Mac truck, is it?
Cinders here.
No, but the firefighters... I'm going to admit...
You've hooked up with a firefighter.
No. But if I pull up in the traffic and I see a fire truck... And if you're listening in your fire truck now, I'm at Piedmont.
Find
Pick
me.
the horn on the Anzac Bridge, please. I will look in the window.
I bet you will.
I will, every day of the week. And sometimes I will pull up and I will try not to look in the window. And then I'm like, it's a green. I've got to have a look now.
He's wearing braces.
Oh, no,
It's not the
Kate.
braces, it's the hose, isn't it?
Sorry, mate.
It's usually Whitfleet that goes down that
Hang
road.
on a
But
minute.
Kate Ritchie, that is
No,
disgusting.
I'm just having a bit of fun, guys. It's
Are
a
you?
short week.
Can't do it on a long one.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Just a bit of a quick one. I want to gauge your idea here, Kate Ritchie. But a survey of over 2,000 people has been done and discovered that those browsing broadsheets or reading the newspaper are more attractive, men browsing newspapers, to a female than those not. Is there anything attractive about a man reading a newspaper?
Yes.
Is there?
Yeah, I think
When
so.
I read this, I thought, nah, can't be. Because to me, reading a newspaper almost sort of represents sitting on a toilet.
No. It's for me. It's grabbing a coffee and going outside and sitting on an outdoor setting or something.
Yeah, and that person is trying to further their education and stay up to date with the news of the world. And I have to say, maybe it's just my age bracket, but I think like in the old days when papers were actually a thing and everyone bought the paper, you were setting off to work in your leather shoes and with the newspaper under your arm,
Bit of
and
tradition.
and it looked, the big, especially the Sydney Morning Herald or something.
Huge.
You're like,
Too big.
open it up.
Way too big. On the train, you couldn't open a Sydney Morning Herald on the train because you'd take three people out.
Well, it was a bit New York kind of movie as well, don't you think?
Relationship expert Sylvia says it turns out there's nothing sexier than a well-informed mind.
There you go. That's what I mean.
Oh, Lucinda.
And firefighters.
And firefighters and police officers and pilots.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can I talk about a culture that we've had here in Australia that I think is definitely changing? And I've made this mistake once again, and I'm going to stop doing it. So we have recruited a great footballer to our football club, right? And his girlfriend is one of the best AFL footballers going around, Daniel Ponta, right? And they were staying... So we've recruited this guy to our football club, and they were staying down in our local area, and they were getting ready to go and train at the football club, and we set them up this house to stay in, and I thought, as a gift, I'll go around there and I'll buy them a nice bottle of wine.
Yeah, sure.
Just to say welcome to the area. It's so good to have you guys. Big fan. And go and introduce myself. Went around there. And you know, when you get a good bottle of wine, you present it. This is from the local area, and
well, you're a bit excited about your wine too. I think even when we go to a particular work event and the wine is going to be rubbish, you take your own.
What's interesting too, if you put wine with footy, Kate Ritchie, you've got a man who has full attention. He loves both of them.
I love both.
Put footy and wine together and he's ready.
Well, we grew up in a really nice wine district around McLaren Vale. So I got this nice bottle of wine. I'm explaining that to them. They're going, "Oh, thank you so much, Fitzy. You didn't have to do this." Had a great conversation. Then I left the house. The next day, get a phone call from the footy club going, "Oh, just by the way, thank you for going around and saying hello." They've never drunk in their life. They're both teetotalers. This is now, Kate.
You've done this a few times,
and I've done this before to the magnificent Sahara Herald as well, who works at Frontier Touring Company. She got me midnight oil tickets once, and I said I got her this amazing bottle of wine, and she just texted me back going, "Thank you so much. I've been sober for 10 years."
Yeah.
To all your friends that you're dropping wine to, just give them my details. I'll take the wine off their heads, or just bring it straight to me, and I'll let them know Fitzy wanted to drop a wine to you.
Do you know what it is? I think it is a good thing, though, in our culture.
I think it is, but I think over the years, alcohol has been a currency. Like, you do anything, someone comes around and cuts your lawn or something, and you're like, "What do you drink?"
Yep.
That's like, what do you drink? Not do you drink?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you? I'll buy you a case or something. But yeah, I think it's very different now, and certainly in the workplace, I don't think you can gift champagne for an achievement anymore.
A footballer did a great favour for me the other day, a full forward down at Geelong, Tom Hawkins, and I thought about sending him a bottle of wine, but for where he lives in a rural area, they couldn't deliver the wine.
Because he's so far out.
Yeah. Then I found a florist in the area, so I sent him flowers.
To a footballer.
I thought, you know what? His wife's going to love it. It brightens the home. Everybody wins. Tom Hawkins, here's your bunch of flowers.
How cute.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We're on.
All right.
It's time for
60-second starts.
Kate Ritchie's I'm Still Standing.
Now.
Visit Sydney's ultimate Kia experience dealer, Sydney City Kia, O'Riordan Street, Alexandria.
I'm still standing. Let's do it. Let's get into it, because we do have $100 cash up for grabs, a $250 koala voucher, and you go into the running thanks to Sydney City Kia for a Kia Sportage SX Hybrid.
They're lovely cars.
Oh, you get on I'm Still Standing, and you are in the running like Emma in Wahroonga. Congratulations, Em.
Hello.
Good morning, Emma. Are you ready to take me on?
Oh, sort of. You're pretty good, Kate.
You'll be so fine.
The other thing is, if you win today, Em, you also get the $250 koala voucher.
Regardless.
Amazing.
Oh, my God. That is great
Amazing.
news. Well done.
Okay, Emma. Emma, this is big one. You are our guest, so you go first. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds is the winner. Emma, your 60 seconds, it starts right now. Who released the 2019 hit Someone You Loved?
Oh, Sam Smith?
No, it was Lewis Capaldi. Close. Let's go to Kate. A triathlon consists of what three legs?
Running, swimming, biking,
Cycling. Who played Ken in the Barbie movie? Kate?
Ryan Gosling.
Yep. What's the next Grand Slam on the tennis calendar?
In Wimbledon.
Nah, it's the French Open. Back to Emma. Emma, what main road goes through Mossman, Neutral Bay and Cremorne?
Military Road?
Yeah, that is correct. Do reptiles lay eggs, Emma?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Daisy is the famous fragrance from who?
Marc Jacobs.
Yes. Did Zendaya start off on Disney or Nickelodeon?
Oh, Disney?
Correct. Omo is a brand of what?
Detergent?
Yes. What's the name of a pizza with olives, capsicum? Doesn't matter.
Emma. Oh, Fitzy, you did build the drama, and she pushed right through it.
She did really well.
Smash it. You got $100 cash. You got the $250 koala voucher, and you're in the running for a brand new Kia.
Oh, my goodness. That's so exciting.
You've done Wahroonga proud this morning.
Well done. Sleep.
I hope so.
Sleep with a winner like Mavs. Get in bed with Australia's #1 rated mattress 2 years in a row at koala.com.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Now, give us a call this morning if you've had to fire a family member. It can.
I know Beck does a bit of work for you, your sister. Is this where we call her?
Yeah, we're going to do it live on air. She would be mortified. Not about losing my job, because I bet she can't wait for that day.
Yeah. We're handing out Mars bars and redundancies, and we've just run out of Mars bars.
Being on the radio. No, I mean, look, there would be a lot of family businesses, and you work with people where you're thinking, it's just because he's my brother that he's here, but he really has to go. I'm talking about Brooklyn Beckham this morning. Now, he's born into opportunity.
Is he what?
Mum and Dad, David and Victoria.
Set for life. His kids are set for life. Their kids are set for life.
Well, absolutely. The generational wealth.
Hasn't he struggled to hold down a job?
He has, and this is where I want to give him a little bit of credit, because he's a real goer, I think, Brooklyn.
You mean he's trying harder and harder
He is trying so hard, and in consideration of the fact that he doesn't really have to.
No, he doesn't have to work.
He can pay the bills and the rent, and he shouldn't. He could just be sailing along, being what we're calling nepo babies.
Yep.
At this time, but he's out there. I think he had that.
Was a chef, wasn't
cooking at the cooking show, and he was going on all the American daytime or morning shows, and he was showing people how to make a sandwich.
Hey, I'm Brooklyn Beckham. Put it in the toaster.
I think everyone was on board, of course, because he was the kid, but it wasn't very good. Now, it turns out the woman he married also thinks he's not very good.
In the kitchen.
No.
This is awful. No, Nicola Peltz, they've been married for a few years, and she'll be all right as well.
She'll be okay.
She's from
the Peltz.
Peltz family.
They got more money than the Beckhams.
They do.
Where's their money from?
I can't remember.
Peltz
Clothing
retail?
label?
Right,
Is
gotcha.
it clothing? It feels like it's oil or something. It's that kind of money.
Yeah, sure.
And she is a model / actress. She's had a few gigs, but she's about to make her directorial debut with a film called Lola.
Okay.
And I'm guessing there's been a really awkward conversation at the breakfast table where he said, I think I should be in the film, and maybe they've had a few glasses of wine, and she said, yeah, sure, we'll pop you in there. You're on set all day, every day.
Get us a line in the film.
Come and make sandwiches. And he's like, no, I want to be in the movie.
Awesome.
So she's done this interview. It's so awful for him. And I don't even know, as his wife, if this happened, I don't even know why you'd tell the press, because I think people are feeling a bit sorry for Brooklyn anyway.
Yep.
She has had to cut him from the film.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And look, that happens to a lot of actors. There's a lot of scenes that I think they even talk about. They go to the premiere of the film and it's like, where's that scene I worked so hard on?
My wife is in charge of the film, so I'll be safe. I'll be in it. Don't worry about that.
She has said Brooklyn is actually really upset that he did get cut from his little cameo.
Awesome.
Now, it wasn't even a very big role. He had one line to say, and that one line was one word where he just had to say hi or hi.
And still they cut him.
He stuffed it.
Yeah. He had one line, this is Nicola, hi, but he kept saying it in a British accent. And he was staring directly into the camera.
Number one mistake.
And I was like, and this is what she tells the press, oh, God, we have to move on. Good Lord.
Oh, I like her. Brooklyn, how do I say this? Sandwiches only for you today, mate. You're back on the sandwich board,
Can we
mate.
go to Michelle the Minx in Terrigal? Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, good, Minxie.
Have you had to fire a
good.
family member?
I did. I was working at a place. I hired my younger sister. I put up with her for about 2 weeks, fixing her mistakes all the time. And in the end, I just thought, I'm in charge. I can't have her do any more mistakes. So I had to fire her, and I felt terrible because she wanted the money at the time.
Of course.
Yeah, of
What line
course.
of work, Michelle?
I was just working in a store called Venture.
Yep,
It was a big department store in Sutherland Shire, and I was in charge, and I just had to get rid of her and put people on I could trust.
How was the relationship afterwards, Michelle? Did she stop speaking to you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's tough.
So now your
Yeah, she
husband's
really-
not talking to you.
Well,
Now your sister's
Yeah.
not talking to you.
I tell you what,
My mum, she said, how could you do that? I said, I was in charge. I had to do what I thought was right.
Yeah, it reflects on you, doesn't it, Michelle?
I'll tell you what I wouldn't mind seeing, Michelle, and that'd be you and bloody David Beckham in a couple of saucy scenes together, if you know what I
Oh, whoa.
mean. You know what I mean, Mitch?
She likes that.
Oh,
She's
I certainly do, and I could handle it too, all of it.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate, you've been to see, and if anyone's planning their Easter break, Ramses, the Golden Pharaohs exhibition.
I did. I took my daughter and my dad, because my dad loves all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
It's fascinating to think. I mean, what was it, 400 BC?
I don't know
Crazy.
the dates, but I do know that Ramses, or however I'm meant to pronounce it, he was one of the longest reigning pharaohs of all time.
My God.
He was a
I've
bit of
never
a gun,
been-
wasn't he?
Yeah, he's an absolute jet.
Well,
of a
I think
pharaoh.
he might. I mean, I don't.
He's my
I hope he's
favourite
not
pharaoh.
listening. But my feeling after seeing it was that maybe he only told the good parts.
Oh, there was some bad stuff from Ramses,
Well, I think there
wasn't
was stuff that perhaps he may have lost battles, but it was, if I just tell everyone that I won it, then maybe the history books will
serve me well.
run with that.
I dare say his working conditions for making the pyramids as well wouldn't have been. I mean, you're not getting your 4 weeks holidays and your sick days there, are you?
You're calling him a shonk.
No, but I also, let's remember, he wouldn't have done a single ounce of that
No,
work.
because he was a pharaoh.
He just went around, I mean, this is an accusation, but kind of stealing things and he put his stamp on anything.
I mean, how
everything.
did he get a permit, town planning approval
I agree.
for a bloody pyramid like that?
You can't.
Middle of nowhere. Anyway,
God, I can't even get a few renos done in Balmain
I'm trying to get a tree removed. My God.
from the Leichhardt Council.
What's interesting was this exhibition has sparked my interest, and then I saw this yesterday. What they've done, they've taken a mummy and they've chucked it into the old scanner. So, you know when you go into those scans and it's the thing spins around, you put the earplugs in and it goes and it can scan your brain. What are they called again? A CAT scan, PET scan, one of those.
Yeah.
And you sort of lie down on the trolley and then they push you back and you go in. And it kind of ticks. Anyway,
We know what it is.
They've put a pharaoh into one of these.
Oh,
What, like a mummy?
A mummy, yeah.
To check his brain.
To check his brain. So they could see sort of the brain and the neck. But what they were able to do was reconstruct through the imaging that they received the vocal cords of the mummy. So they were able to get a sound of what the mummy would have sounded like.
Okay.
I'm actually not joking. Here's the audio getting around.
Were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
My name is Jeff.
It sounds like he's saying, my name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Now,
What is his name?
my
Something.
name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
He sounds like my name is Jeff and he's a hustler in New York.
My name is
Oh,
Jeff.
can we please
Now,
listen to
for
that
one, I had no idea that that's what sort of the Egyptian accent. Yeah, having never been there, and I didn't realise that Jeff was also an ancient Egyptian name.
My name is Jeff.
Do you know where we...
It's got a bit of Borat about it too, guys.
We have to
Yes, it is. My name is Jeff.
Has anyone put that into Eminem's? My name is...
Hi, my name is.
My name is
Jeff.
That's a good
My
idea.
name is-
We haven't done that yet. That might be for Tuesday.
Great
My name
TikTok.
is Jeff.
Do you think it's just a prank?
No,
Do you
I don't
think
think it
these
is.
people go, oh, we've got all this money that we can do all this research, and you know what we're going to say?
My name
That
is
we
Jeff.
can recreate the vocal cords, and guess what we're going to do?
is-
And everyone's going to believe
Are you here to
it.
build a pyramid, are you? My name is Jeff.
My name is what? My name is
Jeff.
Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Good effort, Jeff.
That is really well done,
That
Jess.
is good.
My name is
Wow.
It is. Do you know what it is warming to know though that if he was this, if he was him walking around the work site of the pyramids, just going up to all the workers, going, "You know, fellas, how you going?
My name's Jeff.
How you going, guys?
What's your name?
My name is Jeff.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Jumped into the car with a sesh barman last night.
Oh, what was he cooking up?
I love that.
Couple of
name.
margaritas?
I just said to him, I wouldn't mind having a sesh with you. He was
So-
in a Mitsubishi Magna 2, an old school one, and I just went,
Big
mate,
square thing.
I made these seats. Let's go and have a sesh. Killed the bar.
I had to
one last night where I go to get in the Uber, but it was just a car out the front of my house with someone sitting in it. Wasn't the Uber. I'm trying to get in the backseat of some woman's car.
Oh, that has happened to me before
Man,
when
it
I've
was
been
awkward.
driving in the street that runs perpendicular to mine, and I've just slowed down, and a guy tried to get in the back. What I nearly grabbed myself. I was like, whoa.
Someone's just sent that one through. Can
What's
you read
that
out
one?
that one from the Uber?
En route.
Yeah. The name.
Oh, the name.
What is it?
Where's the name?
Down here. Just read that out. Read that out.
Thanks for riding with Daddy. Are you serious? I was looking for a proper name.
Do but they have to legally put in their proper names.
Daddy with an exclamation mark.
It's a daddy.
Tommy,
And
how'd you get that over the line?
Yeah, that was great ride, guys.
When you say to a sesh barman that you love the name, does he have a chuckle along with you, or does he not get...
Not really.
What? No.
Because he can't see the funny side in his own name. Patrick in Mona Vale. What's the amazing name, Paddy boy?
Morning, gents. There's another Uber story, and his name was Akash, but the S was a $sign, so I think he was seeking some cash tips, maybe.
Oh, that's not bad. Like Kesha with a dollar sign.
Yes.
I get it. Thanks, Pat.
Mel in Cromer. What was the amazing name, Mel?
Good morning, guys. Well, I went to school with a Tess Snickle.
Tess Nickel.
So you'd be like, Tess Nickel, like testicle.
Oh, Tess Nickel. Oh, and that
It's a stretch.
The kids.
Honestly, and we used to call her Tess. We'd be like, come here, Testy, Testy Snickle.
Oh, she would have loved that. She would have chuckled along as
heaven
it...
forbid, I hope she got married, guys, because I don't think she liked it.
You
But
know, Mel,
they was Tess.
When I was at school, there was Andrew and Peter Ness, and they were both great cricketers. So up on the scoreboard, it said P Ness and A.
Oh, that
You
is
made that
not
up.
true.
You
That
made
is
that
so.
up.
I'm going to go back into the Scotch's files.
Who was the better player?
You'll
or
see penis
scored?
and anus together.
Oh,
Right, side by side, almost one in front of the other.
We just got a couple of messages that have come through as well. Apparently, there was a Belgian football defender called Marc de Man.
Marc de Man.
Marc de Man.
Yeah, that's good.
And there was a French goalkeeper called Dominique Dropsy.
Awesome.
Oh,
That is not the name that you need if you're a goalkeeper.
Bloody Dropsy. Let's go to Belinda. Welcome to the show, Belinda. What was the amazing name?
Good morning, team.
Mm-hmm.
I had a student called Deep a Shit.
What was it again?
Deep a sheet. And I said to the student, I'm really sorry, I can't say that. Is there another name I can call you instead? And he looked outside and he goes, just call me Sky.
Oh, there's something kind of sad about that because it's our juvenile sense of humour that these are beautiful names. It's just that we can't
He was always
grow
running,
up.
Always running late too. Sorry, guys, I was deep as shit. Traffic was all the way back to there.
You had to call him Sky, Belinda, because if you told the other teachers, you would have been in deeper shit, I think.
Exactly.
Let's hope he passed, hey?
He did eventually.
Eventually.
Well, it's
He
the
needs to
trauma of the name
Well,
and
he-
everybody asking him for an alternative.
He needs a bit more Metamucil.
Oh, here's another one. That one's just come
Why
through.
are you pointing at me to
Kate,
read
you read
What do you
about
got,
the
Kate?
Uber driver. That was from an expat in Singapore.
the Uber driver?
I know,
He's-
can you
Are you
spell?
sure? Am I going to be cancelled for
Can
saying
you
this?
spell the name, the last name?
Okay, the last name is W-E-I, as in Wei,
Wei.
and he was an Uber driver, and his first name was Wong Wei.
Cancelled.
Don't cancel me! I'm going to do something much worse than that.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.